kinda make my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab from man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 30 base. Check, block 54. Hard. Go. Here I come. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, General West. Smooth. 18. Watch the curve. Right. 49. Check 49. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards on the ground.
46 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. Reset. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yeah. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. Gonna score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. Check safety.
Now they try the right side here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. An update from Denver. The Broncos out to an early lead against the Raiders. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Steve 6.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one's going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Change the mic. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Hey, Delta. No. Motion. Check. Shift. Go.
2nd and 11. Past the 20. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
You ready?
Mike is 59. 59.
Watch the pass.
Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Mike 54.
Go. Look. Squeeze. Go. Hey, lock it. Right. Go.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And Diggs has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 18. Hey, Foxtrot. Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Hit it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5.
59 mark. Check, 59. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hatchet. 25, check 25.
But go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's complete to Diggs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks' 19-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Echo. Come.
2nd and 2. Got his man. It's Eifert. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Not today, you are.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Look at me. Go. Now. Hey. High 7. 18, Mike, 18. Tighten up. Be careful.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by Sanders is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Going for Metcalf on the deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Mike 18, Mike 18. Hey. Watch 18. Go. Stay with your man.
Throwing again. Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 15. First down, Bengals.
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a first and 10.
Hey, orbit. 5.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
Watch the air. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Mike 18. Watch the slam. Watch 18.
To throw again, Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Check. Hot route. Hot. Bravo.
A final shot before break. Lawrence. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
General West. Here I come again. Deuce.
Now back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Like 10. Bend it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Flush to his right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Ready? 60 or. Quit talking about it and bring it. Look at me. Zipper. 57's the mic. Double dog, that's the way. Now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits?
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 50. Go, go. Protein spill. Hey, check. Fair.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Shoot. Hey, Haywood. Watch it up. 18's the mic. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And he's able to find Diggs. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. We want it. Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
That's going to be a long day. Mike 18. It's our field. Come. Hey, it's our house. Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, it's Armstrong. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
High 7. Now.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Go.
2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
On the ready.
57, Mike 57.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
8-3.
Let's go, defense.
Go.
Defense.
Defense.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
You're out. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, it's Armstrong, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Back to throw here. This is Jennings. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready? 57's the mic. Light. 57's the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 57. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing.
And my goodness, another interception. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
57's Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run with their fullback. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
70, Indy. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, Delta. Hey. Sit up. 4 down. Mike 18. Mike 18. Gone. Watch out. Let's go.
Throwing again. Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
4 down. Mike 18.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Caught Eifert over the middle. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Lawrence. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that
one. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 8 read. Game situation. Let's go. Snap.
They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,